Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the super simple 1, 2, 3 meal prep method. Now, this is a slight downgrade from my 2, 3, 5 method, which I'll explain later in the video. But the 1, 2, 3 meal prep method to simplify fat loss with strategic meal planning. It's going to help you stop overthinking every single meal. You are literally going to plan this once, eat smart, eat healthily, and you will lose fat consistently. So that is what you are going to learn in this video today. Now, if you're new here, why should you listen to me? I have been a weight loss coach for 15 years and helped literally hundreds of clients get into fantastic shape. You just have to follow the processes and information that they give you, and I promise, guarantee, you'll get amazing results. So, why do most meal plans fail? So when I actually have a client who onboards with me, I don't do meal plans. I genuinely dislike them for a variety of reasons. Number one, I'm not a registered dietitian. So if your average PT gives you a meal plan, that is illegal. They are actually not allowed to give you one. Number two, or a nutritionist. Number two, it's always going to be biased to me, right? I'm going to have my own personal preferences, the way I like to eat, the foods I like to eat, my scheduling and my just general biases is going to be in that plan. It's never going to be 100% recommended custom to you. Now, yes, you can look at other people's food diaries. You can look at my day of eating videos. If you're here, you probably like the way I explain things and the methods I get with my clients, right? You can have a general like for somebody, but it doesn't mean you have to follow everything verbatim the way that they do it or exactly the meal plan that I have, right? So why do they usually fail? Most people are trying to be too fancy, too complicated. They still want to have 40 different dinners every week. They still want to Uber Eats if it fits your macros. They want to eat lunch with the work friends 4 times a week still, and they just don't want to sit down, eat a healthy breakfast, right? There's just too many variables going on. Now, I still believe in calorie counting, and it's still the easiest, best, fastest way to get you from point A to point B. This method is going to enable you to both calorie count and also get away from tracking, but there is a caveat that you have to be consistent with the meals that you make up, which I'm going to explain. Recipe overload and confusion, so people were just trying too many different recipes, 5 different recipes, new ones every single week, and having to re-enter the same or re-enter new meals into their dinners every single night of the week. So it is just too complicated. And there's no consistency or routine. Just like if you walked into the gym and if I overheard you saying, "What do you feel like training today?" You don't have a plan. Just like when you wake up and you're like, "I wonder what I feel like eating today," you've already failed the day, okay? You should know well in advance what you're eating. So the solution, and this is the part 1 of this, is the 1, 2, 3 meal plan method. So what you are going to do is you're going to pick one breakfast option, whatever you enjoy eating, that's going to fit some criteria, and you're going to stick to that. You're going to then create 2 different lunch options that you enjoy, and then you're going to create 3 different dinner options that you can also cycle throughout the week. All right. How this works. What you need to do is you first need to calculate your calories. Now, in this video, down in the description below, at least at the time of making this video, there is going to be a 4 weeks of free coaching. If you want to figure out your calories, go down there, download that, enter your email address. I'll send you the calculator and it'll give you a good starting point for your calories. However, use any calculator online as well. That's perfectly fine. You need to figure out your calories. I'm going to assume you're eating 3 meals a day. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can eat 2 meals a day and this will still work across 2 meals, but let's assume you eat 3 meals a day. You're going to divide your total daily calories across your 3 meals. You also need to know how many grams of protein you need. That amount of protein per day, you're going to divide equally across 3 meals. Each meal will contain the same calories and the same protein. All right. So for example, if you are on a 1500 calorie meal plan or a daily allowance, you need, say, 120 grams of protein. And these are just round numbers just to make life easy. Per meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you are going to need to have 500 calories for breakfast, 500 for lunch, 500 for dinner, and 40 grams of protein per meal. All right, really simple. So for example, breakfast could be, and this is just a very quick summary of something I've put together. Doesn't mean you should be following this. This is just an example. Eat the foods you like to eat within reason. It could be 3 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, 2 slices of a high fiber toast, half an avocado, and a piece of fruit. Right? This will be approximately 500 calories and around 40 grams of protein. Right? Close enough is good enough. This is your breakfast. You are going to eat this every single day. One breakfast, one option. For lunch, let me see if I can move my face out the way without me moving out too much. There we go. For lunch, you are doing some sort of meat, preferably if you're not vegetarian, and or fish. So meat or fish. For example, 170 grams of grilled chicken breast, around 130 grams of brown rice, 300 grams of mixed veggies. Obviously, you can put some seasonings and flavors in there. You'll just need to adjust the portion sizes of other things. And then your lunch B will be some sort of, say, salmon with some sort of vegetable and or green salad, right? Totaling 500 calories, 40 protein. This is also 500 calories and 40 protein. And then for dinner, exactly the same, except you're going to have 3 rotations. So dinner could be 140 grams of ground turkey. You could have chicken tacos, and you could have sirloin steak. All usually with mostly meats, veggies, and fruits for a side, right? In total, 500 calories, 40 protein, 500 calories, 40 protein. But you have to fill these foods and these templates with the meals and foods that you like to eat. And I'll give you a very quick example, even though I don't necessarily eat breakfast, but how my day would typically look like if I'm on a very low calorie diet and I'm eating roughly 1200 to 1600 calories a day, would be a protein shake and a piece of fruit in the morning. My lunch would be something like eggs on toast. I could have some leftovers from dinner the night before, or I might do some sort of chicken stir fry, all right? And then dinners, the reason I put 3 rotations in for dinner and recommend that is because usually dinner's the most social for most people. So most people can have breakfast, and most people are very happy to eat the same thing for literally years on end. They just get up, they know their routine, they have 2 yogurts and a piece of fruit, right? That's another example for a high protein breakfast. They can eat the same breakfast for literally months. No problems whatsoever. There's no diet fatigue, taste fatigue going on. Lunches, people like a little bit of variety. So you might swap between option A and option B. And then dinners, usually you're either with a partner, kids, family members. There's usually other people you're probably dining with, unless you're single living by yourself, right? If you're single by yourself, make whatever you feel like, right? But if you are living with other people, they are probably going to have some sort of input in terms of what they would like to eat for dinner as well. Now, there's different strategies how you can handle this in terms of, like, if you're trying to lose weight and your partner isn't necessarily doing it. Or conversations I would have, for example, with my wife would be, what do you feel like for dinner tomorrow? And then from that, I would work out how many grams of protein do I need that meal, and then I'd figure out what sides we're going to have with that, because I tend to do a lot of the cooking in the house, and that's just because I'm more particular about the calories, and my wife enjoys my cooking, right? So I'm generally the cook in the house. So whoever's the cook in the house is usually going to have to get the other person's permission in terms of what they like. So as an example, your weekly rotation could look like this: breakfast every day, Monday to Sunday, right? But Sunday I like to go out for a brunch. Suck it up, tough titties, said the kitty, right? The milk's still good. Do the work, stick to it. You haven't been getting results, just stick to the plan, right? Same breakfast every day. Lunch, you could have option A for lunch, option A for dinner, right? So that would be grilled chicken breast and salad for lunch, and then ground turkey and pasta for dinner, right? As an example. But then you would have lunch B the next day, and then lunch A the next day, then lunch B the next day, then A. And then dinner would rotate A, B, C, A, B, C, or A, B, C, A, C, B, A, whatever you feel like. Now, why this works? It eliminates decision fatigue. There's no daily, what should I eat? What do I feel like today? There is no feelings. It is planned. It is in advance, right? You've done the hard work. You've put out the foods you like to eat and the flavors and the seasonings and the sauces, and you've made it all fit your calories, your macros, and your protein. You want near perfect calorie control every meal, pre-calculated and a balanced meal. Enough variety for 6 different meals prevents boredom, at least at the very start. All right, this should give you enough momentum and variety for at least a good 4 weeks. And you can batch cook some of this. I do prefer doing a little bit less batch cooking, just because I actually work from home a lot. So I'm at home, I can do stuff at home, I can prep dinner now for later, right? If you don't work from home and you just work a 9 to 5, then you might have to batch cook some meals, right? Chuck some in the freezer, create some emergency meals, that kind of stuff. So you can do it for about 2 or 3 days at a time. Implementation tips. Prep on Sundays and Wednesdays, so that gives you about 3 to 4 days of meals at once if you're doing meal prepping. So usually meat in the fridge lasts a couple of days. Obviously, meal prep containers portion everything out in advance, makes a huge difference, time saving, all that kind of stuff. Weigh your portions first, the first week only, if you don't want to calorie count forever, all right? So I still recommend that you calorie count and you still enter all of your data into a spreadsheet. So the one that I use is Macros First. I'll leave the link below. I'll even leave a little code there that I've worked out with the guys. You can pop that code in. I believe it gets you a discount. If you do the paid version, they have a free version. But if you stick to just these meals and you've calculated it once, right? And then you go on to eat these meals only and nothing else, then technically you don't need to calorie count again, because these meals will fit your calories because they'll be the same portions every time. Now, what can sometimes happen is over time, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, appetite starts to go up and your portion sizes can start to increase a little bit. So I still recommend that you should probably calorie count long term until you've really gotten down to where you want to be. But this is a good way to also calorie count without the daily calorie counting if you want to go that way. So it gives you the option. Keep it simple, don't overcomplicate the recipes, right? Find a few basic recipes that you really enjoy, that hit all the right spots, get your taste buds firing. You're like, this is a really tasty meal. Hit your protein, hit your calories. Simple is best. It doesn't need to be complicated. Obviously, you will need to track your progress. You're probably doing this for weight loss if you're watching this channel. Follow the plan for 4 weeks. You get 6 different meals and you stick to it for 4 weeks. Nothing else. You want to weigh yourself every single day. Same time, first thing in the morning, butt naked on the scale. Go to the toilet first, preferably before you eat or drink anything. Take photos every week. Obviously, track your energy and your mood. Sometimes you will be hungrier for the first week or so, but that usually tapers off pretty quick, at least from my experience of working with clients, especially if you eat mostly a whole food-based diet. And most importantly, you want to take your key measurements. So you can go back to any of my previous videos where I talk about how to do a transformation, but the most important measurements are going to be your waist. Both for men and women, generally speaking, your small waist and your belly button waist, you should be measuring every single week. If either your weight is going down or you're achieving a smaller waist measurement, measure in centimeters, by the way, not inches, you are doing the right thing, you are getting results. Keep doing what you're doing. It ain't broke, don't fix it. After 4 weeks, you can then level up this program. So you can then upgrade to what I like to call my 2-3-5 method. So the 1-2-3 is a simplified version. 2-3-5 method is more variety. So you get 2 breakfast options, more morning variety. You get 3 options for lunch, and then you get 5 options for dinner. 10 total meals, and it's much more sustainable long term. But the option for the 1-2-3 just keeps it basic, simple. If someone came to me that had no nutritional knowledge whatsoever and they were just getting into calorie counting, I would recommend to them the 1-2-3 method. 1 breakfast, 2 lunches, 3 dinners. If you live with someone and they're complaining about the dinners and they're sick of eating chicken, then fish, and then pork, whatever you eat at the end of the night time, amazing. Let's add in 2 more rotations just for dinner and then just keep your lunches at 2 rotations. So you would do 1, 2, and 5, right? There's no hard and fast rule, but I would highly encourage you stick to the 1-2-3 method first. Stick to it for at least 3 to 4 weeks. Get a really good feel for those base meals. Then from there, start to add in some extra meals into that rotation that fit within your calories. once you have your core meals, you can then start to swap out certain meals if you find you're getting bored of them. So if you get to the point where you're like, if I eat this chicken stir fry one more time, I'm going to stab myself in the eye with this fork. Change out the chicken stir fry, for the love of God. There is no such thing as a good or bad food, but we want structure, right? We want sustainability. We want you to enjoy the meals that you're eating, and eating healthy doesn't have to be miserable. And we're not talking about going out socially. We're honestly just talking about finally just starting to get you some good results. If I was explaining this to my mum, right, and she had no idea about nutrition, and I had to give her the bare basic minimums of what she should be looking at when she's trying to lose weight, this is how I would explain it to her. All right. Simple does not mean doesn't mean it's not effective by any means. Recommendations and or summary. Just start today. I know Christmas is around the corner, at least at the time of making this video. Then you got New Year's. But one day off the plan isn't going to undo 6 days of dieting unless you're really blowing out your calories. So your action plan is calculate your calories in protein, divide by 3 to get your calorie targets per meal, choose your 1, 2, and 3 meals that you want for each of those meals, meal prep as much as you can within reason. Some things you'll like to make fresh, obviously. Execute it for 4 weeks. Just stick to it. Just do it. All right. And simplicity will get you better results than complication. Now, having known all of that information, sometimes that is still not enough. If you would like me to do this for you, all the links will be in the description below. I will be opening up 10 spaces for January coaching at this time of making this video until I'm fully booked out. So if you want to try this on your own, I have 4 weeks of free coaching. There will be a link in the description below. You can try out 4 weeks for free. It's like a little mini email course, what it's like to work with me one-to-one, very similar to how I work with clients. If you have any questions, you can message me on Instagram, contact me at this email, shannon@shannondelosfitness.com, or just pop them in the comments below. I know I say that every video, but just pop them in the comments below. I usually respond to most people. If you have any topics you would like covered, again, pop them in the comments below. But I'm just trying to give you as much free, helpful information, the information that I wish I had when I first started my weight loss journey. And this, honestly, just because it sounds simple and you think that you have to be a beginner to really benefit from this, if you haven't been getting results for the last 4 weeks, just start here. A hard reset is one of the best things that you can do. And that is all. All right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I will see you in the next video.